Ooh, there we go. We are live, I think. I don't see. There it goes. All right,
everybody.
What's up, everyone?
It's
Welcome
playoff
back.
time.
1 week out from playoff time.
Yeah, it's crunch time. Definitely crunch time.
Let me see if you got anything on your post-its notes here worth bringing up.
I don't think so.
Week 11, week 12, no. You don't have no week 13 notes. Pretty easy notes to follow.
It was a really good week for me and my fantasy teams. It was, I'm pretty sure, because it's an interesting thing looking at all your teams. You know, I've got like 7 different leagues or something like that, maybe more. I think it's more than that. And some of them are redraft, some of them are dynasty, some of them are some of the dynasty ones are competitive, and some of them are meant to be not competitive. And so this was the first week where I checked in at the end of the week, and all of the teams that I wanted to win won, and all of the teams that I wanted to lose lost.
Why would you want teams to lose?
For a better draft pick in Dynasty.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Dynasty is more of the long road game. So I have multiple teams that I've taken over as orphans.
I think this might be kind of a little bit harder for you on this podcast. So Brian is not here today, and Brian's usually the one that goes back and forth with Ken today, or Ken usually. Brian is out in the Bahamas losing. So
can you really be losing out in the Bahamas?
I guess not.
December?
Look at this guy; he's so kind. Yeah, you can.
Brian's showing us how.
He's showing us how. It'll be a great story to tell.
So, I think you should start us off with the Homer Minute because
of the Rams.
Oh yeah, it was the wildest loss of the day.
Yeah, and I think it showed a good little kryptonite, right? In that, and it's weather. Because the weather is when Stafford was doing terrible,
which was tough last year too.
That's exactly where I was going. They lost out of the playoffs because of the weather, because it wasn't in a dome, and so we see it. He had 3 turnovers, and as soon as the rain cleared, like, they started coming back. So it's like, and I was paying like really attention.
That was one that it was difficult to watch because it was blacked out from the force. So if you have a local game that you're trying to watch and it's blacked out, then they don't let you put it into the multi-screen
box.
Yeah. So I was just like paying attention to that one on like scores and stuff like that, and we just kept waiting for the Rams to overtake them. It's like, this is crazy, and kept seeing the updates of the Panthers scoring again. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening here.
If you go back and watch it, you could be like, "Yep, it was all the messing up was when the rain was coming down, and then the comeback was starting to happen when the rain was clearing up."
Well, then they better play at home.
And then there was like a bad timeout that was called. Like, McVay's notorious for using bad timeouts, and he did a bad timeout. Just because I think they were running out of play clock, and it was like, you didn't even like. I don't mind. I will always take a timeout converted into a touchdown every step of every single time. You have 6 timeouts in a football game. If every one of those timeouts turns out to convert into a touchdown, then you win.
Yeah. And
if you still lose, then like 6 touchdowns you couldn't win, then there was something else going on. It wasn't about the timeout.
Like the game against the Bills last year.
He used a bad timeout, so he couldn't stop the clock at the end of the game. You know what I mean? Where he used it, and good, get the loss out of the way. Show that you're vulnerable when you don't got your shit together. Like, you've been hyped up. Everybody's hyping you up, which always makes me nervous when freaking everyone's hyping you up, and then you got punched in the face. Good, because there's gonna be a lot of harder games coming up. So get that humble pie now. I was kind of hoping it would happen against the Seahawks, not Carolina, but
Yeah, now you're gonna have to beat Seattle when you see him again.
3 times if we see him in the playoffs.
Right, now you have to do it.
So this is our first podcast back from the Thanksgiving break, right? So like all 4 of us called those games wrong. Like
I didn't.
Okay.
I was 2 for 4.
Most of the people like, and yeah, I think you're right.
0 for 4 on.
I was 0 for 4 on that.
Yeah.
Still took second place. Some wild what are they? Wild lone wolves, but still like, dang, so much. It was a bad week. I think Thanksgiving week was a bad week for predictability.
Thanksgiving Day was bad.
Well, that's 4 games out of the 16 or 14 that were played or whatever.
Actually, I shouldn't say it was actually the first 4 games. The underdog won each game.
Yeah.
So, and for predictability, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So what about them Cowboys, man? I put faith in them last night, and it bit me in the ass.
Last night was a very strange game. It's hard to put my finger on exactly what went wrong, because it wasn't like they necessarily played a bad game. There were just a couple of areas where they got beat consistently throughout the night. One of them, and it's interesting because it showed up at the end, so bringing it up doesn't seem like it seems more obvious, but they got beat on kickoff coverage all night long. I didn't go back and check what Detroit's each starting possession or starting line was for their possessions, but I would bet that on average it was somewhere around the 35. It was really good. Most of their returns were got beyond the 30-yard line, and then that final one, was upwards of the 50. So Dallas's defense was constantly on their heels. Like on the edge of being scored on all night long. And then on offense, because of a couple of things that went wrong early, and then being behind, they weren't able to run the ball the way that they wanted to, I don't think. And then when they went to pass the ball, both of their tackles were just bad all night long. They got beat by Hutchinson and I forget the guy on the other side, his name. Which is terrible because I think he had 3 sacks. But that was a great night for the defensive line for Detroit. And then beyond that, the officiating. I thought that was the worst officiated game all season.
Oh, no.
There were how many times?
Pulled out the officiating
How many times? No. Both sides. Like, to be fair, there were bad calls that went against both teams. I don't feel like there was a job that was done against the Cowboys nothing like that. I just thought it was horrendous. How many times they got overturned? The officiating crew got overturned by replay assist. Like, it was to the point where it's like, what are these guys even doing? Why don't we just have the computers watching the game, calling the penalties, and then a single human being comes out there and announces them? Because they were just wrong a lot. But that pass interference call, for as wrong as they were, we still wouldn't have been talking about them if they had just stayed out of the way on that pass interference call. And I think some number of referees would have just not called anything on that play, and that would have been fine too. But to me, it wasn't even it wasn't pass interference on the offense, and it wasn't pass interference on the defense either. If you wanted to call anything on the defender, it would have been holding because he grabbed him, and pulled him backwards. But it was every tight end makes that play on that route. It's he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything that you would coach differently. That's the thing. Is what are you going to tell him when the guy comes to the sideline? He gets called for offensive pass interference there. How are you going to coach? Like, you just apologize to him. Sorry, that's a bad call. Do that again. Go ahead.
Okay. Usually they just make another bad call on the other side to make up for it.
right. And they should have. They should have, like, when the Cowboys went and kicked the field goal there, they should have just called offsides or something on the Lions. It would have been all good. But they didn't do that. The Cowboys weren't able to stop the Lions at all. Really. Jahmyr Gibbs is something else. Like, he's just a special player. He makes me feel smart all the time. Because when he was coming out, I told everybody, who would listen in Dynasty that I thought they should draft him over Bijan Robinson. And, we're 3 years in now. And in Dynasty, you play in 3-year windows. And Jahmyr Gibbs has crushed Bijan Robinson in this first 3-year window. And the next 3 years don't look very good for Bijan either. So, it sucked to see him do it against the Cowboys. It also sucked to watch George Pickens have a really, subpar game. But hopefully it's just like you were saying with the Rams, it's a eye opener for him and it motivates him to be better for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
but they're 6 losses now, and we're gonna need help.
So what kind of help? What kind of help you?
Well, at 6 losses, we need Carolina to lose at least once to get back in front of them. We need Detroit to lose. It would be 3 times to get in front of them. We would need San Francisco to lose 3 times to get in front of them. And then the same is true for the Packers and the Eagles. Okay. And the Eagles is probably the best chance because their schedule is tough, if I remember correctly.
The Eagles' schedule is tough?
The Eagles' end of schedule is tougher than
I don't know if we ever talked about that push to strip that was kind of like exploited, I think, by the Giants against the Eagles.
I mean, it's not much worse because they do have Washington twice, but they play Buffalo and they're at the Chargers. They're at Buffalo and they're at the Chargers in their last 5 games. So, I'm going to pick them to lose tonight. Going into Monday night because I kind of have to, and that would make this weekend kind of a wash. Like the loss against Detroit would suck, but it wouldn't put us in really any worse position than we were in last week as long as Philadelphia loses.
That's the Monday night game.
Right.
So we'll talk more about that.
We will get to that eventually.
But that being said, should we just dive into the games?
Yeah, we can skip over the Steelers. They're not worth talking about.
Yeah, and if you really wanted to talk about them, he'd get on. Didn't they lose?
They did. Okay.
Again. So, first up, I have Seahawks at Atlanta. Seahawks is -6.5. Over-under is 44.5. -340 if you're betting on the Seahawks. +270 if you're betting on the Falcons.
I think I don't even know how to say this exactly. If you are invested in Drake London for the playoffs, I'd be terrified because he's going to miss another game. They are likely to lose this game. And then once that happens, why bring him back? Michael Penix is done for the year. You've had no other receivers really step up, so you're going to have to retool that room. So if you bring him back, he's immediately going to have to take over the entire load. So it doesn't look good for Atlanta. Seattle is Seattle is incredible. Their defense outscored all but I think 3 quarterbacks last week. Actually, no, it might have just been 2 quarterbacks.
So, do you have our chat pulled up right now?
I do not.
So, we do have 3 questions from Jason. I think Jason came in last week, and it's a pretty good load there. So I'll try reading them to you. By the way, Jason, I do believe you did ask for 3 lineups last week too. How did those play out?
How did we do?
Yeah, how did we do? I'm guessing we did pretty good. You're back. Asking 3 more. 3 more. Grab me one too.
Which kind do you want?
Oh, I thought you said a beer. Which I don't know if we have any. Went 2-1 last week. Okay, great.
There is.
Sweet. So we'll get to your questions right now as soon as Ken sits back down. He's grabbing the refreshments. Brian usually does that. Brian's in the Bahamas this week. I tried getting him on the line through the internet, but he stopped texting us. He went to a poker tournament in the Bahamas and was eliminated. We'll put it that way.
He won a spot in a poker tournament in the Bahamas.
Yeah, but he's now eliminated, and I think he's crying himself to sleep. He didn't get online with us. He said he'd watch online, so I'm trying to call him out in a way where he'd be like, "I'm here," and they're like, "Oh, let us call you and get you on."
Where are you? Where are you, Brian?
But anyway, so first one is, or you know what? Let me see if I can copy and paste this question and put it in the chat. I'll still read it out loud, but you can like really our text message chain.
Oh, so Brian can see it too.
And you have it right in front of you.
Start 4. That's so many.
So start 4, the first one, knees upside. I'm reading it for the podcast. Vidal or Hampton is 50-50 timeshare. Neal, Knight, or Carter, whoever starts. Monange, Burden, no Rome.
Wait. So 1, 2. Okay. So yeah, I would start Vidal. I would probably start Vidal, Neal, Knight, and Monangai.
Okay, so that's the start 4. So let me put the start 2 in chat. Give me 1 second. Having this extra rig in front of me is helpful. So start 2 needs an upside. Jalen Warren, 50-50 timeshare with Gainwell. Pittman, Danny Penny's on one leg. Shakir, shootout. John Mechie, Veli, Burden, Rome out. Yeah, he does. He needs to drink with water. We just need a drink. It's the end of the week. It's Friday. So we just part of this is, decompressing all the stress from the week out.
So I'm probably starting 1. And then it's between Shakir and Vele for me.
Okay, let's see here.
And I think I lean Shakir, especially if Kincaid doesn't play.
Who's Vele's matchup?
Vele,
because I would lean Shakir too, but who's Vele's matchup?
Hold on.
Because he's been hot, right?
Tampa. Yeah, I like the matchup against Tampa, especially if Olave doesn't play. Like if Olave doesn't play, to me, Vele moves up as the highest ceiling play amongst those players.
Okay. So next question, start 2. Needs an upside, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Sutton, Terry. He has Ertz. Burden, Neal, Hampton, or Vidal. 50-50 timeshare. Is it okay to drop Vidal now or wait till after this week, just in case Hampton gets hurt?
I wouldn't even drop him because you don't know what's going to happen yet.
So what are your 2?
I would take Vidal is number 1 if Hampton doesn't play. And then I think I like Neal. I think I like Neal the most. Because we know that Kamara is not going to play. And if he gets the workload that he got last week against Tampa Bay, he should be pretty good.
So Brian's saying he can't get into Discord.
Yeah. Sutton is also really good. So I think I'm leaning Sutton and Neal. And then if Hampton doesn't play, I'd like Vidal over Neal.
Okay, so next, top 3 quarterbacks. In order this week, Burrow, Trevor, Darnold, Bo Nix, or Brissett.
Well, Burrow forever, So, yeah, I like Burrow number 1. Lawrence number 2. And then I think it's Nix. No, not Nix. Brissett. Yeah, so it'd be Burrow, Lawrence, Brissett. Would be the order I would play them in.
Okay, let me try something here.
And then Nix and then Darnold would be last. Did we catch up with questions?
No, but I am trying to hook up. I'm trying to see if I can get Brian in here. So I'm taking a. There we go. Let's try that.
We're trying to rope in the Bahama Mama.
Let's see if he picks up. So while that's dialing,
I'm gonna say
call ended. Brian. Next question: top 3 tight ends. Let me copy paste that in there for you.
Tight ends.
Let's see here.
Who plays tight ends?
I was playing 2 there at the beginning.
You know what? There's a lot of playable ones right now, actually.
So top 3 tight ends this week: Ertz, Goddard, Loveland, AJ Barner, Ingram, TJ Hawkinson, and Cade Otton. Where's Gadsden at?
Jesus.
No, that was me just harassing Brian. I was trying to get him on the phone, but
these guys are all terrible. I have to pick 3. Why? What is this? What is that? Why? Why am I picking 3? I want more details. Like, why is there such a long list of tight ends, and why am I picking 3? What kind of league is this?
Yeah, I think maybe he's just asking what the top 3 tight ends this week's are, but Gadsden's not in there, and I would probably put him in the top 3, but he is injured.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then the top 3 tight ends still aren't in there.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Right, that's true.
Like if that was the premise for the last question, then the top 3 quarterbacks weren't on that list either.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so so Ken's refusing to answer until he gets some insight.
Clarity. I need clarity. I don't understand what I'm doing.
Send you a link for what?
I don't understand. Like, is it like a ultra tight end premium? You get like 2 points per reception, and so you're gonna start 3 tight ends. Because I can tell you which ones I like in order.
Yes, let's do that. While you're doing that, I'm working technical difficulties with Brian over here.
Yeah, I would start Ertz, Goddard, and then Barner.
All right, and then better defense this week: Dolphins or Titans? Probably Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah. So
Dolphins are actually a really good start.
So now we're caught up. Now we're caught up on questions. We were talking.
Yeah, the Dolphins have the Jets.
We were talking Seahawks, Falcons. Seahawks are going to win this. They're at the Falcons by 6.5. You were talking about London.
London being out. Over on the Seattle side, Walker's looked really good, but it's still messy with what they're doing. It's hard to predict who's going to get the valuable touches. You just kind of you don't really want to play Charbonnet. It's really funny because it's when you watch Walker, like he looks so much better than Charbonnet does right now. Mm-hmm. But then they just keep giving these like valuable touches to Charbonnet. Like they get inside the 5 and Walker just disappears. He goes away. So other than that, other than playing JSN, I don't feel strongly about playing anybody. And like people seem to be really excited about AJ Barner this week. And other than like forced volume because their receiver core is a little hurt. I don't really see why Atlanta's actually been really good against tight ends this year. Definitely top 5. And I don't love this matchup for Seattle's offense. I love the matchup for Seattle's defense.
Okay, so one of the questions I do have, since we're coming at the back end, we're going to start the playoffs back into the regular season here, and you had mentioned London, like why even continue to use them
if you're the Falcons,
right?
Yeah.
If you're the Falcons, but in fantasy, is this something that people are going to have to look out for? Is like at the end of the season, as teams are like
these 0-2 teams happens every year.
They're not trying as hard.
That happens every year where you're counting on guys, and then you get to week 16, 17, and and both sides, whether they're out of it or they don't have anything to play for because they're so far ahead. So like the teams that you're looking out for, like right now, just let me scan them real quick. We talked about London. I had brought up Garrett Wilson also. Alvin Kamara is another one. Like if you've been like I doubt people have been dropping Alvin Kamara, but the Saints are 2-10. They're likely going to be 2-11. Even if he is healthy, like why play him? So he's another one. Let's see, over in Arizona, Marvin Harrison Jr. has had injuries mounting. So he's somebody that could get shut down as they continue to lose. On the other side, you have Denver at 10-2, and you have New England at 10-2. So you look at players who might get protected because of injury histories and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So you have, for the Patriots, you have like Stephon Diggs. Could be somebody if you've been, because he's had some really good weeks. For the Broncos, they've been playing Cortland Sutton less, even while they've been winning. They've been getting their younger receivers more involved. That could continue. And then in the NFC, I think things are too tight. I don't think if you're playing guys that are on winning teams, I don't think you really need to worry about that, other than unless you're maybe Tampa. Tampa gets to week 16, 17, and they've gotten to a point where they've got a 2-game lead over Carolina. I think they play here pretty soon. 16. Yeah, depending on how things go, it's entirely possible that following week 16, so going to week 17, Tampa has the division locked up and starts resting guys. So if you're thinking about counting on Mike Evans, Godwin, Ibuka, Irving, that's possible. But I mean, that's still just projection. You know, we don't know exactly yet. The only situations right now that seem like they're kind of happening are the one in Atlanta, where they've got 2 receivers with Mechie and Mitchell, who are looking good, and but the team is still losing, so it's kind of, and Garrett Wilson has been deemed an untradeable cornerstone of the franchise. So why risk him on a season where losing nets you more picks, or a better pick, excuse me, more draft capital. But yeah, those are situations to watch out for. But yeah, Seattle will win this game.
So Kalik is saying playoffs, baby, and yes, they have. So he was agreeing with some of the stuff you're saying. I don't know if that's Brian though or not, and I haven't got an answer if that's Brian or not.
Playoffs, baby.
That sounds like something he'd say, like immediately as soon as he sat down, like he'd slam his hands together. Playoffs, baby. So I could totally see.
Yeah, mentally taking a week off. That guy.
Yeah, not answering his Facebook Messenger phone calls or nothing. All right, so next up we got Pittsburgh at the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh is +6, over/under is 42.5, +235 if you're betting on the Steelers, -290 if you're betting on the Ravens. Despite the Steelers having bad, week over week, I mean, I still think they can win this game. So for them to be -6 or +6,
as bad as things seem to be going in Pittsburgh, they're still playing better offense than Baltimore is.
Right. And I even picked them to win. I picked them to win this week, which you picked Seattle, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And this one I'm on the fence. Like, I'm leaning Baltimore.
It wasn't a comfortable pick, but I picked Pittsburgh.
I'm leaning Baltimore because it's in Baltimore. But I'm not sure. Like, I think I'm also concerned that Aaron Rodgers might not play.
Did he get hurt?
He got hurt again.
Okay, that's right.
And he was in and out of the game. And while usually it's like, oh, he came back into the game, but it's you never know after swelling and all that. So I'm actually not sure where he's at in terms of play or not play. I could be sounding like an idiot right now.
Well, always change my mind at the last minute and go Baltimore, but I've only done that once. I think it worked out for me when I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's off the injury report for the week, so he's gonna play. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of. Oh, also, I wish I had said something to you guys when the first half of the news happened. But when Adam Thielen got dropped from the Vikings, I immediately was like, okay, well, where does he go? Which playoff team right now, or team that's like maybe head to the playoffs, needs a receiver? And I immediately thought of Pittsburgh. Immediately. And then didn't even take a day, and he's a Steeler.
Swooped him up.
And so that is an upgrade for
Absolutely. I think
for the Steelers, because while Adam Thielen is not, a Pro Bowl receiver anymore, he will at least know which way to go when he's running the route. I'm confident in that.
I think he could join a roster and be number 3 in some rosters.
I think he's going to be number 2 in Pittsburgh.
There you go.
I think, actually, to be honest with you, Adam Thielen is a sneaky pickup for the fantasy playoffs. Because you look at...
Has he already swooped up?
In our league? No, I don't think so. But they have Baltimore this week. Then they have Miami and at Detroit. At Cleveland for the fantasy playoffs, it's not good. But if he's rolling by then, you're going to keep playing him. But yeah, I think he could join the team and make an instant impact. I think that was a good pickup for the Steelers.
So some of the technical difficulties we're having with Brian is because he's in another country. Apparently, they're putting him behind some walls, right? Not letting him in some of the tech.
Oh, some websites.
Yeah. So like we would normally do this like on a Discord, and I hate doing it, but I also like, it's Brian. We got to get him in here, and that kind of thing. But
we got to try.
We had to try. I'm trying. I'm not giving up faith. I'm hoping that he figures out the whole Facebook Messenger thing at least, and we can call him on Facebook Messenger. But outside of that, I think Google meetings and all those other things would probably be just too difficult to set up, and get running. Like if we had a week to figure it out, that'd be the other thing. All right. So next up, you are going. So what if you haven't used it in a while? Just answer when it calls. I don't know if you can hear me, so I have to type it out. So we just picked for Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I'm going Pittsburgh. It looks like you're edging with Baltimore. Try it again. I'll call him one more time.
Sorry, everybody.
It just goes straight to call ended.
I will be the lone wolfer here, and I'll pick the Ravens at home. I'll do that. Because I have a sick feeling that Derrick Henry is going to try and end my fantasy season this weekend by running over the Steelers.
Okay. So, all right. So next up we have Bengals at Buffalo. So let me find their game real quick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bengals are +6. Over under is 53.5. +230 if you're betting on the Bengals. And -285 if you're betting on Buffalo.
Joe Burrow is so good. Because if it was Joe Flacco starting this game, that'd be like a 13.5 line. That's how good Joe Burrow is. He's worth more than a touchdown. And I'm going to pick the Bengals to win. Because the Bills have just randomly played bad at times this season.
They're still 8-4.
And the Bengals are still alive.
But that's just because of the division they're in.
And it's not going to change this weekend. Like they're playing at the same time. They know that nothing changes. Doesn't matter who wins that game. They don't have to watch anything yet. They just need to win. And I think Burrow came back like ready to play. He looked great on Thanksgiving, and so he's had 10 days off to get ready for this Bills team. That interesting fantasy fact: the next time Burrow goes out and produces less than 25 fantasy points against the Bills, it'll be the first time in a game that wasn't stopped because a player had a heart attack and technically died on the field.
Yikes.
That was that Damar Hamlin game a couple years ago in December, if you remember. It was a Monday night game, and they stopped. Everybody was still on the field for something like 45 minutes to an hour, and then they decided not to continue the game. And they just, I can't think of, that's never happened before in my lifetime, where a game was just canceled in the middle of the game. But Burrow, his stat line for that game, 4 for 4 for 52 yards and a touchdown. It was safe to say he was off to another great start. He knows how to play. He knows how to play against this defense, and I think he will continue to do work on Sunday.
So you're picking Baltimore?
I'm picking the Bengals to win this game.
Or Bengals, yeah.
I am going to pick the Bengals to win this game.
Okay, so I'm going Buffalo. So next up, we have Browns and Titans. Let me find their line.
Woo! Game of the day.
Titans and Browns. At Browns. Titans are plus 4.5. Over-unders 33.5. Plus 180 if you're betting on the Titans. Minus 218 if you're betting on the Browns.
So, it's entirely possible, based on the rate at which Tennessee is giving up sacks, and Myles Garrett having shown his ability to get more sacks in one game than he needs right now to break the sack record, that Myles Garrett breaks the sack record in this game. He's currently at 19. And,
yeah, he's been a monster.
Yeah, and so he has 5 games and needs 4.5 sacks to break the record. I think he's guaranteed to get at least 2 on Sunday. And
this is it. If he wants to rack up another a bunch of freaking sacks in one game, this is the one to do it. And I would hope he'd get at least 3.
Tennessee looked like they were making progress a couple of weeks ago, and then they've really gone backwards the last 2 weeks. And that's not what you want to do coming into play against the Cleveland defense. That, it doesn't really, their record really doesn't matter. They just play tough football. So, yeah, I expect the Browns to win, and pretty easily.
So,
what I'm hoping in this game is that Shadur Sanders gets an opportunity to actually throw the ball.
What? There he is. There's Brian. Good thing we're not displaying his video and just his audio. Let me see. Let me turn my mic on. Hold on. Why isn't my mic? Oh, maybe I do it right here. Use microphone. Allow using the site. Can you hear me, Brian? Brian, can you hear me? Huh? Let me see what my microphone says. Oh, it's on my Corsair. All right, let's try this one. Brian, can you hear me? Brian? Brian. Let's try this one. Brian, can you hear me? I have so many microphones. Can you hear me, Brian?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. You got to turn your microphone on, but if you can you hear me? It looks like he said I can hear you, but only because I can read lips.
I can't see him. Oh, okay, I see him now.
So you got to turn your mic on, Brian. He's talking. Look at him. He's getting all dressed up and everything. He's all dolled up. Look at this guy.
Woo.
So it sounds like I think he can hear us. Oh. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us at least. So okay, so he can hear us, but I can't hear you. So as soon as you figure out how to turn your microphone on, it looks like you have it off.
Ask him, Browns or Titans?
Let me see here. Where did that go?
I think he said Titans.
Hold on, I got a lot of Gmail stuff messing up right now.
He said he wants to put a hat bet on the Titans.
I might have to like my web browser is locking up, so I'm gonna give it a second for it to catch up because that happens sometimes, and then we'll check back on.
Being digitally
I got a connection of them.
Bahamas.
Huh?
So you're being digitally infiltrated from the Bahamas right now.
Something like that. They're somehow getting my ISP and then my IPN, and right now it just everything's just buffering now. It's kind of funny. It doesn't look like I'm dropping any frames though, so there's that.
Dude, the Celtics put a whooping on the Lakers tonight.
Celtics put a whooping on the Lakers? Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of stuff where like Kobe Bryant's not even trying. Like,
you mean LeBron?
Yeah, yes, LeBron. He's not even trying. And forgive me for that. Like I'm not a basketball follower. I knew exactly who I was talking about though.
Yeah. Which is why I was able to get it on one name.
All right, let's see here. There's Brian again.
There he is. We don't hear him though.
He can hear us. And
tell him, is he on his phone?
He's got to be on his phone. I would imagine
so it's
he's on his phone.
It's got to be just tap your phone and tap the microphone button.
I got a little thingy popping up like, yeah, turn it. I don't know. Turn your mic on.
Wait, how are we connected to him? FaceTime?
We're right now on Google.
We're on Google?
Yeah.
So he's in a browser?
He's in a browser.
So if you go to the search bar, there's a microphone, or not the Google search bar, the browser.
Well, I actually don't know how he's now that I'm hearing you explain it. I don't know if he's in like how the phone does the Google invites or whatever, but he's obviously on his phone based off the camera angle that I'm seeing.
Yeah, if he's on a browser, there should be a microphone option near the top of the screen.
It's so funny because I can see him, and I know he's trying. I know he can hear us. I don't know if we're coming out all distorted for him or not, but I don't see that I have him muted in any kind of way.
Well, he's going to just have to type his answers to things into the text.
No, but I wanted to... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see what this does. He left the meeting. No, Brian. Okay, back to...
we hardly knew you.
Then he's back. Let me see here. He's not muted. You're not muted. Hold on. Maybe it's me. Let me look at my stuff real quick.
Boy.
It could be me. Let's see. Now that I'm thinking about it, let's see. I don't ever use this.
Some waiting music for this.
So there's this one, audio settings.
All right, so it's a good thing that we're doing this during the game that we're on, because there's nothing.
All right, Brian, talk to me. What's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, but I can hear him.
All right.
Which maybe if I do this.
Or maybe if I just put on headphones.
No, remember we didn't get the headphones working. I haven't really. You guys said you didn't really care for them.
Jeez.
So let me see if I.
That's true.
And I can always just say what Brian's saying, but let me see if I can just turn these up loud enough.
And set them on the desk.
Or
put them in front of the microphone.
Well, everybody else will be able to hear him. Like the podcast will be able to hear him.
Broadcasting from the Bahamas. Here we go.
Yeah, there he is. We hear you now.
Yeah.
All right, right on.
Oh yeah, we're good now. Sweet.
Yeah, we made it work, I can't see you guys, but I can hear you guys.
The Christmas miracle.
So next up is Colts.
So hold on.
Okay.
Tell us about the hand that knocked you out of the tournament.
Fuck. Like, dude, it's such a story. Like, the first 3 hours of the tournament, I was just completely kicking ass. I was just, like, winning pot after pot. It was awesome. I kept growing and growing my stack for the first 3 to 4 hours. And I went to break, came back, and I just went completely card dead. It's completely sucked. So, lost some chips, went to break, came back, and things got worse. It was so bad, dude. Like, the blinds went up so bad. And anyway, it got to the point where I put all my chips in. I had a 55% chance to win, and that did not work out. So, got knocked out there, but like, it was so frustrating because there's so many points beyond that point of the tournament that could have gone the other way, that should have gone the other way, and just did not. Like I felt completely unlucky and kind of screwed on that one, but hey, is what it is. There's a lot of pros in that tournament. I completely recognized who they were, but they're still good at what they do, and did not work out. So
technology. I'm sorry. He's So what was the hand that knocked you out?
I had pocket sixes with 18 big blinds. The chip leader raised minimum, but in front of me. So it was a 2 big blind raise in front of me. I went all in to try to steal everything with pocket sixes. The chip leader decided to call, and his ace queen sucked out on me on the river with king. So he needed an ace queen or king on the river. Those were the only cards that could help him, and he hit one. So, yay, I'm out.
Boo. All right, Colts Jags. What's the line, Ray?
Yeah, I'm so happy we got Brian on here though. Like, just technology. Like we figured it out, even with Brian being the way Brian is with technology. I don't know. I guess he's fair.
Hey! You saying I suck at technology? I don't understand. Okay, I suck at technology,
but good at using a mini bar, right? So where's your drink?
Oh no, not a mini bar. I bought my own drinks at the at the airport on the way in, and so I got my own bottles because drinks at the bar in the Bahamas, holy crap, it's like $20 a drink. One Bahama Mama is $20. No, thank you.
That is nuts. That's good to know, though. That's good to know. Plan accordingly.
Oh, dude, right? The prices are like the prices over here are completely designed for rich people. So, if you win a trip to Bahamas, be prepared.
What time is it over there?
3 hours. We're Eastern time, so I am 11:52 right now.
Okay, so you feeling pretty good?
Oh, I have a bunch of shots in me because I'm so depressed about my tournament. So yeah, I'm feeling really good right now.
Okay, so next up we got Colts at Jags. Colts are -1.5. Over under is 46.5 plus or -130 if you're betting on the Colts, plus 110 if you're betting on the Jags. I'm going back to my Jag wagon over here on this one.
The Jag wagon.
The Jag wagon.
I like it.
And I knew we'd be on opposite sides on this one because I am, I'm picking the Colts,
and I'm okay.
To get
okay
off
with
the,
that.
Off the schneid. They've lost 3 out of their last 4, and they've looked bad a couple of times. But now the Daniel Jones injury is concerning. But if you just hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, a lot of that goes away.
Well, and if you watched him play last week, it didn't really affect him.
No, I saw some of the videos that people were really concerned about, and I'm not sure if he was goofing around, but I think there's a little gamesmanship to that, I don't think he was near as like actual hobbled as that video that got out.
I didn't see that video, but like I didn't think he was that bad. I thought he was actually like improving.
Yeah, and he's going to continue to get better unless he takes a shot specifically on that spot. And my understanding is that he has some sort of special pad that was designed to form fit his leg by some friends of his that are
like friends of his,
like medical engineers or something. Yeah, I saw he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I'm lucky to have some really smart friends. So I'm less.
I went to college with smart people, so yeah.
So I'm less worried about him going forward. I think this is one of the winnable games left on their schedule.
Agreed.
Brian, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm in the Bahamas, so I'm drinking Bahama rum. So
really, show the bottle.
Yeah, hold on.
I saw you taking a drink.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd be drinking Bahama Mamas.
Old Nassau.
Oh
yeah.
But you were drinking out of a blue bottle too. What was that blue bottle you were drinking out of?
Water.
I had a red bottle.
He's got some Red Label in there too. All right. Maybe it was just the lighting. Okay, so I'm going Jags
and the
you're
water.
going Colts. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Okay, yeah. So
who do you got, Brian?
Who do you got?
Indy.
Yep.
Yeah, give me the Lone Wolf Jags.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, they're gonna win by like 7.
The Jag attack. That's
Not a
never
chance.
what happens.
That's one of the games that
up on
I
the
will
other side
bet on
the
this
Jags
weekend.
with you, and you end up getting it right because of some shenanigans like that game in Houston.
Blame it on the shenanigans, huh?
Yes.
Although I will say,
time
I bet on Dallas on Thursday with a little help from my friend Ken here, and that did not work out. I really thought that Dallas was the better team there, but
I think you jinxed us, dude.
I thought so too. I picked Dallas too.
No.
So we all picked Dallas.
It was a weird game. Dallas definitely didn't play their best game. Detroit played.
No, not at all. That was
Detroit
strange,
played
man.
near as well as they possibly could, and Dallas played nowhere close to as well as they could. And the game was still in the balance, under 5 minutes to go. So, you can take what you want from that. I don't think Detroit's going very far this year. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't either. No, not at all.
They're playing like that. Well,
It's
like they've been playing.
I mean, they played really well last night, but they also lost Brian Branch in the process.
And they got to throw to Amon St. Brown more.
Yeah,
if they want to win.
Yeah, they should do that
because he's on my fantasy too, and he should have gave me at least.
But Jared Goff doesn't look great unless that rushing attack is working. Unless
it's all about the circumstances for Goff. Like if the circumstances aren't perfect,
Goff is not
he
a quarterback.
sucks. But if the circumstances are good,
Goff to
he's
go
great.
to his third read, he's a very, very bad quarterback. It's just a matter of being able to do that when they've got the talented options they do, especially when they're able to, like you got Amon St. Brown, you got Jameson Williams, and then you're able to take Jahmyr Gibbs and line him up out wide. And some of the things that they did with Gibbs, like he was their go-to guy on third down last night, and he was just unstoppable.
All right. So
I don't know why we're talking about the line.
Wait, real quick. What do you think about Jameson Williams for the next couple of weeks?
Business as usual. You're going to start him.
Well, I think you have to start him. I think he's a must start, don't you?
Well, I mean, I don't know about must start. It depends on format. Like if you're talking about 3 wide receivers, then yes, he's a must start. But if you're talking about 2, then I don't think he's a must start.
I'm saying I've got a couple of 2 receiver formats, and I'm putting them in.
Well, yeah, but what are your other options though? Who are you putting him in over? That's what I'm saying.
That's always a thing, but I'd put him in as a top 15 receiver.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No,
that's crazy.
That is not crazy.
It is crazy.
JMO? Oh my God! All right, what has he done for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Since the goose.
Since the goose.
The goose doesn't count.
The goose was 2 weeks ago, but that's also the second goose he's had. He has a 2-point performance.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Over the last 5 weeks, you remove the goose, and he's been excellent. He has 4 top 10 performances. But before then, 19 goose, 12. 89, 64, 59, 12, 57 that's how he's started the season. So he's had a really hot stretch. And Laporta is out. So, you expect good things, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't see how you can sit him. You have to have an amazing number 3 receiver to not play.
It's just based on where you got him, and I'm just saying, I didn't say number 3. I said in a 3 receiver league, he is a must start receiver. I said 2 in 2 receiver leagues.
Even 2, how is he not making your flex?
Okay, well, what do you have Chase and Amon St. Brown? You're gonna start him over Chase and Amon-Ra? Like you're gonna start him over like
That's a pretty
in
unique
two wide receiver leagues. It's easy. Like what if you have like Lamb and Collins? You gonna start him over Lamb and Collins? No, you're not. You're
okay,
not.
but who's your
in a 2 wide
like
receiver
if you have a
league,
flex that's
it's
better
easy
than
to not
him,
start
like
him. In
good
a 3
on you.
wide receiver league, it's impossible not to start him. You're crazy.
I love this. I love technology, dude. The fact that we can even got Brian on here, like that's incredible. I'm still geeking out over that. Like this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, dude, me too. I'm just like, wait.
The thing is, here's the thing is that over the last 2 weeks, he's had his targets are 9 targets and 10 targets, and other than that, he only has one game where he has 8 or more targets. One.
Yeah, but when is Laporta expected to come back?
He's not.
Exactly. Okay. And how has he done since Laporta's been gone?
Exactly. Like they're not. They're a run first offense. How many passing touchdowns did they have last night? 1. And who did it go to?
Go take a shot. You're wrong.
It didn't go to ARSB. It didn't go to Gibbs.
I was pissed about that.
It didn't go to Jameson Williams. You don't know who. Like they're not. It's not like you're predicting touchdowns with like Devontae Adams or something like that. It's not the same. Like with Jameson Williams, you're hoping that he makes big plays, and so and the thing for me is that in games like so they have the Rams they're at the Rams next week, who pressure the quarterback really well, and then they play against the Steelers, who pressure the quarterback really well, and then they're at Minnesota in your championship week, and who pressures the quarterback really well. So I'm not saying so in a 3 wide receiver league, yes, he's an auto start, but in a 2, I could see not starting him. Now, if you've lost one of the guys that I was talking about, if you're somebody who's been counting on Garrett Wilson or Drake London, and it's questionable whether or not they're going to play in the playoffs, yeah, Jameson Williams he bumps up on your roster, but not on every roster.
Oh God! If Drake London doesn't play by week 15, I'm going to be so pissed.
Because you're talking about.
I hope he doesn't play.
In order for him to be a must start in 2 wide receiver leagues like that, he has to be a top 12 wide receiver, and he's not.
J-Mo? No, he's a top 12 receiver right now. He really is.
Well, let's move on.
Maybe top 15. Like, I'm just saying he's in that area with Amon-Ra St. Brown back, and I don't know. I'm just saying, like, J-Mo is somebody you want to be starting for the rest of the year. Period.
Well, then, next up, we got Commanders at the Vikings. Commanders are -1.5. Over-under is 43.5. -125 if you're betting on the Commanders. +105 if you're betting on the Vikings. I'm going Vikings this game, but I'm not happy about it.
Same, and still not happy.
Oh, I get the lone wolf on the Commanders? All right.
Yeah, that's all you.
Hey, it'll be nice to actually get to root for Jaden Daniels for once.
I was going to say Jaden Daniels is coming back this week, and
McLaurin looked awesome.
And McLaurin's back,
McLaurin looked awesome.
That's something.
Denver. He cooked their secondary. He was great.
So awesome.
He was great.
I love McLaurin so much.
Anybody who's listened to this knows that I'm not a McLaurin lover. But
I am.
He looked fantastic.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. To say
about this game, should we move on?
Well, it's just sad times for anything going on Minnesota side. Like Washington's great because Jaden Daniels is back, Terry McLaurin is back, so their offense you expect them to score now, and like this game is flipped. When it was iffy whether or not Jaden Daniels was going to play, Minnesota was the favorite in this game. Woo, that's a good view.
Wow.
Very nice.
This is my balcony.
That's awesome.
How freaking cool is that?
Live it up. You deserve it.
Good stuff.
Live it up.
So over in Minnesota, it's funny. You try and find, like, when you're worried about your fantasy team, you try and find things to be worried about, and I had the Seattle defense last week, And so I was worried that Minnesota was going to throw this guy in over J.J. McCarthy, and he was just going to be the answer. and that did not happen at all.
At all.
So I actually don't know if McCarthy is playing this weekend, but I don't think it matters.
It sounds like he is, but I agree that it does not matter.
I don't think it matters. They're sad times over in Minnesota. I feel bad for being so right about that J.J. McCarthy pick.
I feel bad about you being so right about that. God damn it. I picked him up in Dynasty.
You sure? I told you not to.
It was over Cam Ward, who isn't feeling much better, but still.
No, Cam Ward's got a brighter future than McCarthy, I think.
At this point, but I think it's still 60-40, yeah. It's close. It's not a done deal.
You know,
but yeah.
I saw some experts, an expert that I trust, whose opinion that I trust, and they did a redraft of the top 10 picks for the NFL draft, and honestly, most of them were still the same players, just jumbled around, and Cam Ward still went first.
Among rookie quarterbacks? Or?
No, not quarterbacks. If the draft was to happen again, they moved Tet McMillan up to number 2. And that was the biggest change, I think. The Bears.
Oh, you're saying for rookies this year? Period.
Rookies this year, if the draft
for
was
Dynasty.
done today,
Okay.
who they would take if they were such and such franchise.
And it's still Cam Ward, okay?
Yeah, so Cam Ward was still at the top of the list, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but hey,
me neither.
I don't run an NFL franchise, so get people.
But we should.
Huh? Maybe.
Just saying.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
Fuck.
Hey, you know what? I honestly do believe that I couldn't do as bad a job as some of these franchises.
There's half a dozen that we could totally do better than that.
There's half a dozen teams that if you just rewind 7 years and give us the reins, that they would have made playoff appearances by now.
Agreed.
So next up is Dolphins. Next up is Dolphins at the Jets. Dolphins are -2.5. Over-under is 41.5. -155 if you're betting on the Dolphins. +130 if you're betting on the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, there was I want to say it was last week. It might have been the week before, where me and Ken were hot on the Jets against, I think it was the Falcons, and we had even the chat asking us how the heck are you picking the Jets? Can you explain that to us? And we were right. I just had to throw that out there. We were right about it. They won by a field goal. And that whole time I had the chat in my mind watching that game. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Take that, chat.
And it's because Tyrod Taylor makes them a more professional offense.
Yeah. And
they have a good offensive line. They actually have a top 5 PFF rated offensive line. It doesn't get talked about very much with the Jets. They're actually closer than people think to being a really good football team, because I've talked about this a lot. Mm-hmm. If you just figure out the offensive line and the defensive line and the quarterback, everything else will kind of figure itself out. If you figure out how to push people around, and you have a guy who doesn't turn the ball over and doesn't take stupid sacks and is able to find open receivers, you'll have a good football team. And so they're close. If they're able to actually finally figure out the quarterback position, based on their last 2 draft picks and at quarterback and what's going on with them now, it seems like they just need to stick with the guy for long enough for him to figure it out. I don't think they're going to win this weekend.
I don't either. I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are actually playing sneakily.
The Dolphins are actually playing way better. They're playing good football. They're trying to prove what they have for next year. So I'm all over Miami.
You know how they fixed their team? They're a lot less gadgety now, and a lot more just find a way to get the ball into the hands of Devon Achane. He touches the ball 25 times a game now. And Tua throws
That's
the
how
ball
he's going to
under
save the
20
coach's job.
Huh?
That's how he's going to save the coach's job.
Hey,
it might. They're 2 games away from being 50-50.
They're a sneaky team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Dolphins are a sneaky team for sure.
And after this weekend,
And honestly, I think McDaniels is actually a good coach. Like, I really like him.
I do too. I'm not sure he's a great head coach, but he's obviously really smart and players like him. Because
he's super smart, players like him, and he's young. So he might not be a fantastic head coach right now, but in 5 years, I think he will be.
Listen to the schedule. They have Miami has they're at New York, and then they're at Pittsburgh, and that's going to be tough. So, but if they're honestly, we expect them to win this weekend, so if they handle business this weekend, and if they beat Pittsburgh next weekend, they're a good shot to make the playoffs. Because after that they get Cincinnati at home and Tampa Bay at home, and Tampa Bay at home in Week 17 after they possibly clinched. That's entirely possible. This might and
honestly, the way Pittsburgh's been playing, like they are just not good right now. So,
and then they are at New England.
Yeah,
whom they
beat. New England is playing great.
I believe. Did they win that game? No. I think they lost that game.
More likely they'll win than this one.
But yeah.
So it sounds like we're all going Dolphins.
Also,
yep.
Only one running back has not scored less than 10 fantasy points this year.
Really? Well, it's not Jonathan Taylor. Jeez, who is that? Is McCaffrey?
Nope.
It's not Taylor or McCaffrey? Wow.
I'll save you the trouble. It's Devon Achane.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Honestly, that's very impressive for a back of that size. Now, agreed, he is incredibly talented, but at that size, like, I just don't expect him to make it through the year. I don't expect him to.
He's a really smart running back. Like I said, he really does remind me of Work Done. And he was the same size, almost identical in size, and had the same ability to run between the tackles. And you just don't expect it from a running back that size. And you expect if you keep giving him the ball that he's going to break. And that just didn't happen with Work Done because he didn't take stupid hits. He didn't try and fight off 300-pound guys to get an extra.
No, you're right.
And Achane is similar. He doesn't take unnecessary hits. He doesn't try to get yards that aren't there. And he is a talented enough running back that he doesn't have to do that. And he is so much fun to watch because he's even faster than Jameer Gibbs.
No, he is, and he's great. The only thing is that I expect him to break at any time.
Huh?
He is going to break at any time. That's the way I feel.
I don't think
he's just going to break at some point.
I think you're wrong. I wish we could bet on that. And the thing is we're 3 years in. They were really careful with him in his rookie year. He had he twisted up his knee, but he's had a full workload for 2 consecutive years. And he's been great. He's shown up for you every week. Last year was 203 carries and then 87 targets. This year he's at 186 and 72. So he's on pace to do about 10% more than he did last year. And
I agree that he's on that pace. I agree that he's like doing this thing, but if you watch his size in the NFL, I expect him to break some point. So like. Any of my dynasty teams, I do not have him. Period. Maybe that's a mistake, but that's the way I feel.
Interesting.
It's a mistake. If you had an opportunity to have Achane, you don't have him.
So next,
not at that cost. The cost it takes to Achane, I would not have him. But
next up, we got Saints at Tampa Bay. Saints are plus 8.5. Over under is 41.5. Plus 330 if you're betting on the Saints. Minus 425 if you're betting on the Bucks.
Bucks are currently 7-5, going up against a 2-10 team. You're seeing something we're not.
The Bucks are getting healthy too. They are close to getting back Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan. So the receiver core is going from being just like, the Walking
But the
Dead
Saints are getting better.
to fully loaded again. Bucky Irving looked great, and his, like people were worried about starting him. I was not one of those people. I knew that they had just been cautious with him because they could. Todd Bowles, one of the things that I really like about him as a coach is how well he seems to manage the season, the process of the season. And he does a really good job of forcing his players to sit down, it seems like. Because they don't have a whole lot of these problems where guys come back and then they have, re-aggravations of injuries. And the thing is that they had a really tough schedule for the last 4 weeks. And I think your first sense would be to like put as many of your best players in, as you can. But if you look at the schedule for Tampa Bay going forward, what they have done has made a whole lot of sense for them to make their run now. And I think they are going to smash the Saints on Sunday.
Yeah, me too. And I'm definitely going Tampa Bay this week.
The first matchup, the Tampa Bay defense was incredible.
I'm going to go Tampa Bay too, but I am a lot more reluctant than you guys. Like, I think the Saints have been playing better. I think
they might be
because of the way the NFL works and everything else. Like, they're not going to like the GM is not going to try to win here. You know what I mean? The head coach will try, but the GM will not. I don't know. I feel like the Saints are one of those teams that can do something beyond what the numbers say. But yeah, I'm not taking them this week. Sorry.
Okay, well,
talked about this earlier when somebody asked the question. But if there's no Olave, I think Devon Vele is an excellent start. He seems to have found himself a home in New Orleans.
Yeah, when you say excellent start, you mean as like a third string number 3 wide receiver?
No, I would start him with like number 2 confidence this weekend.
Ugh. I'd say number 3, but okay.
All right.
So these last 2 games.
I got 5 games.
No, I'm not. That's not what I mean.
Oh. The last 2 games he's played.
For Vele. And this is with Olave in 7 targets and 8 targets. And last week he was 8 for 93 and a touchdown. And because Shuck, and the thing is that Shuck has been playing better, and Tampa Bay has been giving up a lot of points to opposing receivers. And if Olave is not in the lineup, they don't really have many other places to go with the ball. So I'd be starting him and Juwan Johnson with confidence.
Juwan Johnson for sure.
Okay, so next up we got Broncos at the Raiders. Broncos are we're in the afternoon games or the later games now. Broncos are -7.5. Over under is 40.5. -410 if you're betting on the Broncos. +320 if you're betting on the Raiders. Broncos.
Betting on the Raiders.
Yeah. What?
I know some people going.
You're betting on the Raiders,
and I'm like, why that game? I got some.
Wait,
buddies
Ken is betting on the
Raider
Raiders. Is that what I heard?
What's that? What'd you hear?
Is Ken betting on the Raiders?
No. I was laughing at the notion.
Is there one more?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was laughing at the notion of somebody betting on the Raiders.
Oh, he's laughing at the notion of somebody on the Raiders. Yeah, okay.
Well, that would not be me. I'll take Denver.
Yeah, I will not be doing that. I do expect the Broncos to slip up at some point, but I don't think it'll be this weekend.
Hard to slip up against the Raiders.
It is.
Well,
they slip up. They're doing it for themselves. So,
but you're right. The Broncos are definitely have a record way above what they are. I think by almost 2 games. Like they are just not that good a team.
Interesting stat. In the Broncos are on an 8-game winning streak. They have trailed in every game.
That's great. Yeah, I was gonna say that's stupid. There's no reason they should be. Yeah, no, they're not that good.
And
they just
a couple
aren't.
of them, they've looked awful, like deep
Very bad
into the game, like against Philly and New York. Are the ones that pop out in my mind. Where into the fourth quarter, it looked like their offense had not shown up to the game yet. So at some point that's going to bite them. I feel like they have to play better. And so if you're a Broncos fan, I think this is a game you got to be looking at saying, come on, this has to be the one where we just look.
You have to crush them.
Where we look like an NFL offense for 4 quarters.
Who's the defensive player? I forget his name right now. It's not on the Raiders.
Crosby?
Yeah. I hope that guy finds a trade. What a waste over there on the Raiders.
He's so great. He needs to be somewhere else. You're right. He is amazing.
I was watching him last week, and I was like, oh, I hope you find a new home, man. I hope you do, because was he somewhere else before he was on the Raiders? No, he's been there the whole time. Yeah, so you get one free pass in my book to switch teams.
And you know the crazy thing is I'm pretty sure he's like a 3rd rounder. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's the Raiders, dude. Is that like
what a bargain?
Is they have these random hits on guys from the 3rd round and later, but when you whiff so hard on round 1 and 2, it doesn't really matter that much.
I think honestly though,
hit round 3. Woo!
With Tom Brady there.
I do too. Eventually,
yeah. Eventually,
I think that eventually, I don't see him going anywhere unless he finds some other opportunity that maybe the Kraft family, like Robert Kraft passes away and they're like, hey Tom, would you come home please? Like that. But short of that, I don't see why he would go somewhere else until after he's won, at least, and so
to obtain ownership, I mean, that just to then obtain another ownership somewhere else and sell ownership and go there's a lot.
Once he has a small piece,
you're right,
and so once he has success, it's entirely possible that the people that are there don't want to give up any more of it, and someone else wants to replicate that somewhere else. Now, I could see that happening to somebody who's just a minority owner. We've seen that before. Those guys move to different ownership situations. So yeah, I'm
be surprised.
You guys, I have confidence that eventually,
if Tom Brady stays in that,
yeah.
And
I think the Raiders, Las Vegas,
I think that the Raiders will win with Tom Brady in the building.
The Raiders in Las Vegas are going to be successful in the long run. It might take a few years to get them there, but they've got too much going for them to not be good. So yeah, Las Vegas is going to be good in a few years.
I do think they're going to have to do another reset, though.
Absolutely. I agree there.
They did a lot of maneuvering to just kind of make them viable, and that was Pete Carroll hire, moving Geno Smith over there.
It felt to be honest with you, it felt like one of those. It's been a long time since we did this, but when we had expansion the last time, Jacksonville built heavily through the draft, and Carolina built heavily through veterans,
and they both had success.
They did. Cool. They did it, but Carolina had to reset a lot faster. Their window was shorter than Jacksonville's.
But brighter.
People who don't remember, those Jacksonville teams were really, really, really good.
I agree, but the Carolina versions were brighter. They really shine bright at the time.
They both made the AFC Championship the same year, their second year, in their second season.
That's right. Yeah.
96.
Oh my God! Now I feel old. That was that long ago.
Yeah, it was that long ago.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid, I remember thinking that they started strong.
I remember arguing with one of my uncles about it even back then, and he's not worth mentioning. But yeah, like hearing you guys like talk about it, like they actually started off strong. Was like, oh yeah, my assessment on them, even as an 11-year-old.
The Raiders, to bring this around, the Raiders reminded me of that Panthers team that kind of put these veteran pieces in place, including at head coach, to kind of try and like steady the ship and just make them a more respectable franchise. And man, it's crazy because I think to me the most surprising thing has been how bad Geno Smith has been. I think that they expected. I mean, I know that they expected more from Geno. I did. I expected the Raiders to sneak up on some people this year and maybe not be a playoff team, but at least be a team that was, still talking about being alive.
Yeah, I didn't. For the playoffs. I didn't expect 2-10, but I'm not surprised by it. No. I feel
right. We've seen the Raiders do this too many
times. And Pete Carroll and Geno Smith were on their way out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To me, it was like a ticket sell grab, like kind of move.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Pete Carroll was like a 1 or 2 year move for sure
because it gave instant credibility, and they were going to be able to reorganize and rebuild some of the infrastructure with Pete Carroll there in place, and then pass it off to somebody else. Is what makes the most sense. But Geno Smith has played so bad this year that I don't think they're going to be able to go beyond this year.
I think in addition to that, to what you're saying, it also kind of like it builds like everything's built around like optics, right? In business, like optics this, optics that, and it gave the optics that they were trying. You know what I mean? So
you're right about that.
That was kind of my takeaway from when all.
No, you're right.
I agree too. I agree.
Yeah. So next up, we got the Rams at the Cardinals. Rams is -8.5. Over under is 47.5. -455 if you're betting on Rams. +350 if you're betting on the Cardinals. This is a pissed off game right here for everybody involved on the Rams side.
Now, I agree. What I want to know is,
why are they pissed off?
Why are they pissed off? Because they just lost to the Panthers and they're now in a tie with the Seahawks again.
They keep they're the best team in the NFL at this point.
Yeah, but they lost to a team they shouldn't have lost to.
And they're in a tie atop their division. And then they have another team that's just one loss back. So that was not a time to lose. And so what I'm curious is that if they're going to handle it better than the Eagles did. Because the Eagles had the same thing going on last week.
Yeah, but Eagles have been like limping along their victories all season, and from an optics, if we're talking optics.
I agree with that. The Rams have been handling their business a lot more comfortably than the Eagles for sure. I agree, and I do. I agree or expect them to bounce back and handle the Cardinals, which is why, despite the fact that. Zonovan Knight is going to have, another solid workload.
I was going to say, you think he's going to get a monster performance?
I don't think that you want to start him. If I was going to start
not at all. Like, who cares about Zonovan Knight? Like, that is not somebody you want to be starting.
Ryan?
Who cares about him against the Rams?
Ryan, you have to stop talking about things from the perspective of somebody who has Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor. Not everybody has that, and you have to actually be. I
have backups too, but okay,
and they're not that good anymore.
But Zonovan Knight is even if you're desperate for running back, Zonovan Knight is not somebody you should be.
You're making yourself sound like an idiot.
Hey, San Francisco might say Christian.
I sound like an idiot by saying not to start Zonovan Knight. Are you kidding me?
Zonovan Knight over the last 3 weeks, running back 18, 16, and 14. Tell me that's not a starting running back. In what league? Is that not a starting running back? And he's done that
this week.
He's done that while having rushing totals of 24, 12, and 62.
All right, so
the
reason bet this week he is not top 20.
That's what I said.
Hey.
I'm saying he's gonna suck.
That's what I said, and then you said something stupid, and then I was fixing it, and then you go, "Well, this week he's not." Yes. Thank you for getting to where I was at the beginning.
What's his name again?
Zonovan Knight.
Exactly. He
over
sucks.
the last 3 weeks,
Don't
14 and a half,
remember his name.
13.2, and 16.8. He is a starting running back. I wouldn't want to have to play him this weekend. If you let me get to the point of why I even brought his name up in the first place, it's that he's been getting the premium carries, but I don't think you're going to get any this week. If you're going to play one of the Cardinals running backs, it should be Michael Carter. Both of them are getting ridiculous amounts of targets. Both of them. Like when you combine them together, they're getting elite wide receiver 1 targets. So if you had to start one, I would start Michael Carter because I think he's still going to get you at least 8.5 to 10 points. That's not somewhere
don't
you
start
want to
either
be.
one of them, but if you're going to start one, it's because Jacoby Brissett has been so good.
Well, I wouldn't say
he
good.
has been so good that
volume.
He's made the running backs relevant.
He's been so
which
voluptuous.
They never would have been. Like that is totally true. Like if you put
whatever.
If you put what's his nuts behind the freaking line, like oh my God, he has sucked so bad. Like no, Jacoby Brissett has been a miracle behind the line. Like,
well, for fantasy
what do you think
purposes,
about Jacoby? Like he's been amazing.
He has. Like in terms of in the games, if you've actually been watching these Cardinals games, they're still pretty bad. They get behind pretty early in games, and a lot of this is just the fact that they don't quit. They don't just like go out there and go run, punt when they're down by 17.
And Brissett is a knowledgeable, good quarterback. Like he is a good number 2. Like I don't know. He is doing things that
I think when your starter was Kyler Murray, he looks a lot better.
Yeah. Kyler Murray is just really, really bad. There's just
they officially shut him down for the rest of the season today.
Yeah.
Wow.
For good reason.
Yeah, because he's gonna go play baseball now.
He'll be better at it.
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll be the guy that does it.
Couldn't be worse.
All right. So next up, which is kind of surprising by audience numbers, as Bears at Green Bay. Bears are plus 6.5. Over under is 44.5. Plus 250 if you're betting on the Bears. Minus 310 if you're betting on the Packers. Am I seeing something different than everybody else? Because I'm going Bears on this. For them to be a plus,
essentially, I'm going to be right about these stupid Bears. And they're just like, I feel like they just keep like running into these teams like at the perfect moment, and they just. I said this last week how they remind me of that team that just kind of like is touched by destiny, and they just win these games miraculously. It defies all logic, and I know that they won by more than one score in Philly on Friday. But Caleb Williams completed like 47% of his passes. That
sucked. He sucked.
He's so bad.
He just has not been good. Period.
He has not been good. But their rushing attack has been incredible. He hasn't had to be good. And I think that's going to change this weekend. I think he's going to have to be good to win this game, and it's not going to happen. I think he's going to get outplayed by Jordan Love.
Agreed.
Yeah, Malone Wolfen on the Bears. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Take it. And now the game that everybody's excited about. Houston at Kansas City. Houston's plus 3.5. Over under is 41.5. Plus 160 if you're betting on the Texans. Minus 192 if you're betting on the Chiefs.
I don't know who to pick. Here. This is a tough game. Like Kansas City should win here. But Houston has been playing better than they have. So, who's at home?
Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the these.
I guess I take Kansas
City. These last 3 games are great matchups.
Only because they're at home. Like, oh my God, this is a toss-up for me.
And I'm going to take Kansas City too.
You've been on the Texans for like 3 years. You're going to pick KC?
Oh, right, but I also think it still lines up for them to win the division because they still play.
And I've been betting on Texans too. Like I'm a Texan fan, but
but it's really hard to fathom that KC like going to 6-7, at home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. My son will be happy to see that.
Well, I'm picking Houston.
I thought that you might. And that was another thing that made me lean in the other direction to try and catch up to you.
38% of the crowd is picking Texans, by the way.
Yeah, I'm taking Texans.
But this is one of those games that Mahomes just figures out how to win, and I'm not sure that Houston has enough offense to put them away. And I still trust Mahomes to get it done at the very end of the game.
I think the Texans are going to prove to be the better team at the end, but it's so close.
Yeah.
Like this is a 51-49.
You know what's interesting? I'm going to put this out there right now. I think these teams play again.
Oh, in the playoffs?
Yeah. I think Kansas City gets them this time, and then they play again in Houston in January, and Houston gets them then.
I just want KC to miss the playoffs.
Can we mark that prediction right there? Because I like that one.
It would surprise me if Kansas City missed the playoffs. It still would. It still would surprise me if Kansas City missed the playoffs.
Me too.
They're just because it's not like they've been playing bad football. They've had a really tough schedule.
Really tough. People don't realize they are playing top teams every week.
Yeah.
Every week. It's crazy.
And their schedule does let up a little bit at the end.
It does?
Yeah. Let me pick that up real quick. They get they have Tennessee, and so they have Houston, the Chargers, and they have Denver, but they're all at home. All three of those games are at home. And then their two road games remaining are at Tennessee and at Vegas. So,
and love the road games, and they should be able to go 2-1, maybe 1-2.
And things are interesting with the Chargers because you've got Herbert. Do we know if he's playing yet? They don't play until Monday, so I don't think they actually had to say anything on. I don't think they had to make announcements.
Yeah, there were no announcements today that I saw.
Yeah, he was limited again today. The plan is for him to play, but he's got a fracture in his left hand. So
that a problem?
Hit could knock Justin Herbert out of the game and out of the season. So and they haven't looked great lately.
Nope. So
the Chiefs are not out of this.
No, they're not out of it yet. Next up, we have Philadelphia at the L.A. Chargers, San Diego Chargers. Philadelphia is -2.5 over
Los Angeles Chargers.
No, it's San Diego. I agree with Ray.
San Diego, okay?
Plus 124 if you're betting on the Chargers.
Tough one here.
I got to go with my heart. I got to pick the Chargers.
You know, this is my hate pick of the week, and I'm picking Chargers as well.
I need the Chargers to win. This is a good spot for you to lone wolf, Brian. But you have to pick the other team in Pennsylvania to do it.
Wait on these.
Doing it. I'll take them.
You're taking Eagles?
Yep.
All right, now we know the Chargers are winning.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Where's Brian at? Brian is now 20 picks behind Ray for the season.
Am I really that bad? Wow.
Hey, but you're killing it in fantasy.
I mean, I'm 11.
am.
I'm 11 picks behind Ray still, and that's after beating him by 2 last week. Still,
I was going to say I was gaining for a while there. I'm surprised I'm that far behind.
I don't know if you ever were gaining.
No.
No, there was a couple of weeks where I was gaining, but not anymore.
Brian has 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of 7 or less correct picks. And that's
that bad?
below the 50% mark. Oh man.
Well, since we got you on the horn, Brian, and we've picked all the games, give us your homer minute for the Steelers.
Yeah. What's going on, dude?
Why are you gonna make me do that? Like,
because we got plenty of time when we got no questions, so we just picked all the games.
My Steelers are just not looking good right now. They're just not. I'm still rooting for them. I still think they have the potential to do things. They have the potential to win, but yeah, I'm not betting on them. Like, that is not a good situation right now. It's just bad. That's the way I see it. It's just, ugh. I'm just disappointed and ready for next year.
We were talking about their pick against Baltimore. How do you think that's going to play out?
It's 50-50.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's a very close game. It's 50-50. Of course, I'm going to take the Steelers there.
I kind of feel like we're going to see one of two things in this game. We're either going to see Pittsburgh's defense have a get-right game, or we're going to see Lamar Jackson have a get-right game.
But Lamar Jackson has been so bad.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So is the Pittsburgh
defense.
And
last week was supposed to be his get-right game. It was not. It was like he looked so bad last week. I was just like, oh, my God.
He's not running at all.
Like, I picked him up in a league, and I'm thinking about dropping him. He's so bad. But, yeah. I don't start him this week and see what he does.
Yeah. It's so hard not to start him.
I wouldn't start him this week. Between his efforts last 3 weeks and the Pittsburgh defense knowing the Baltimore offense, like I say, I wouldn't start him at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the
too big a chance.
It's the lack of rushing yards.
Right. And so start somebody off the waiver wire. Honestly.
Yeah. Like Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's right there.
Start Taylor or Lamar Jackson?
It's honestly, and Taylor is a bad name, but it's like, well, it's just seven, man.
To me, it's so funny how like the fantasy community picks things up at seemingly the same speed. Like and when I say that is like everybody is all hot over Jacoby Brissett now, right?
I am kind of for next year. Like, dude, I'm starting to think.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. But what I'm saying is for right now and for the rest of the season, Jacoby Brissett has become a quarterback that if you have him, you're starting him over a lot of guys that you would not have said that you'd start him over at the beginning of the season.
He's easily top 10.
Right. I agree. I think that if you're not starting Jacoby Brissett, it's because you have one of these guys that you view as elite.
And honestly, who is there to view as elite at quarterback right now?
If you have Jaden Daniels coming back this weekend, you starting Jaden Daniels or Jacoby Brissett?
Brissett.
You're going to start Brissett over Daniels?
Yep.
That's bold.
No, I think that's right.
I think that's correct. No, I don't. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not taking into account the matchups. What are the matchups? But
they're playing against an angry Rams team. The Commanders are playing. The Commanders have played solid football while they've been losing. Yeah, I would do that. Hat bet, Brissett versus Jaden Daniels this week.
Wait. Who are they playing?
The Commanders are playing at Minnesota. I think it's at Minnesota.
And Brissett's at the Rams?
And
Brissett's against the Rams.
Brissett is at...
If it wasn't the Rams, I would bet it. But the Rams are just too good right now.
So Ken's right.
Yeah, so I'm right.
So Ken's right then.
So you would
for
start
this week,
Daniels.
Yes. For this week, yeah.
So then you would start Jaden Daniels this week. All right, we got there.
This week. But I told you, dependent on the matchup.
Yeah, it's cool. You know,
a lot of times it is.
Sometimes we gotta throw the hat around.
No. Quarterback is the most dependent the most matchup dependent position in the game.
You're right.
For sure.
For sure.
Like you get you get trepidation over bad matchups for your elite receivers and your elite running backs, but you don't care. You're, you're still throwing them in there and hoping for the best. Whereas quarterback, you're like, yeah, I'll start this bum, that's like, that's like the 28th
He's got a good matchup
in the
though.
league, but he's got a really good matchup this weekend, and your quarterback is playing at Cleveland in the snow.
Like I say, that's why I like streaming quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is like I agree, but and my point is that Jaden Daniels is one of those quarterbacks that you paid as a top 5 quarterback to get him draft capital wise at the beginning of the year. Joe Burrow is another name. Like, would you rather play Burrow or Brissett?
Again, depends on the matchup.
Specifically this weekend, if you didn't hear me earlier, so Burrow is playing at Buffalo. The next time that Burrow
just number 1 defense. Okay.
So the only time that Burrow has produced less than 25 points against Buffalo is the game where DeMar Hamlin died.
Right, but Buffalo is the number 1 pass defense this year,
Don't
right?
care. It's Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I don't care.
I do.
It's Joe Burrow.
Is T. Higgins playing?
Yes.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Well, then I can't.
Cleared concussion.
I can't bet against him then. Huh? Yeah, I can't bet against him then. If they have both receivers, then
like we're talking about. Let's say you're winning in. This is your fantasy season on the line. Joe Burrow or Jacoby Brissett. Brissett is playing against the Rams. Burrow is playing against the Bills.
Just because I'm so scared of the Rams defense,
Burrow,
man.
Right?
They're so good. Yeah. I'll take Burrow.
Yeah. So that for anybody that heard that.
So are the Rams going to the Super Bowl this year? Like, what the heck, man? They're so good.
Yeah, they're going.
Yeah, well, we talked about that earlier too at the beginning. Ray's confident that their kryptonite is weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were watching the game, because I was always watching the game, every turnover happened like in the rain, with the exception, I think, of the fumble. But even the fumble might have happened like in the rain. As soon as the rain cleared up, the Rams started making their comeback. There just wasn't enough time, on the clock. I was telling.
It just seemed like a weird game. It really did. Like all the way through.
I mean, what impacts games? Weather, right?
Yeah.
Weather is always the outlier of undetermining factors for something, and
when
we saw
crazy
them lose
things
to the
that
Eagles.
You don't expect happen, it's either the weather or officiating.
Yeah,
fair.
They lost the Eagles game in the playoffs last season because of the weather. Right, they were playing in the snow. So I'm starting to see that Matthew Stafford needs, his weather conditions to be right. Tom Brady didn't need that. He was used to playing outside.
He has been a dome quarterback his whole career.
Yeah, so it's like as soon as that happened, boom, the two interception Stafford that I've grown to see, came back. There he is again. Yep, there he was. Oh, it was the weather. Finally, the light bulbs click. And I don't know how many more weather games they have. I haven't looked that far ahead. It does make me nervous because I think the Super Bowl's played in San Francisco this year. I think, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's like they're an outside dome too. So it's like
the Super Bowl is going to be outside.
What's the weather going to be like there? So yeah, I am nervous, and I'm kind of picking my picks based on that future outcome. I do feel like they'll be decent throughout the whole playoff season. Probably go to the NFC conference game.
They are outside at Arizona this weekend. They are outside at Seattle in Week 16.
Weather,
and that's it.
So there you go. So
it's great.
Arizona is in a desert. You're not going to have a problem there.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Detroit at home next weekend. At Atlanta, Week 17, home to Arizona. So after Week 16, they don't have to play outside.
Dude, I'm telling you, I told you 2 weeks ago that Seattle, the Rams are a team of destiny right now. Like the Rams are just really good. Like, I think Stafford's going to get another one. I really do.
I hope he does, because that's an automatic Hall of Famer if he does.
The way things are going, with the way he's playing, the way the Rams team is working, like, I don't know, man. Like, they're my pick right now. They really are.
What about on the AFC side?
That's tough.
Who knows?
It's like so like this.
Bengals.
Right? The Bengals.
Steelers, I guess.
Pick the best quarterback. It's Burrow.
Burrow. No.
I mean, I can see it happening, and wouldn't that be iconic for
It's
them
a
to go
possibility, and that would be great.
I
Yeah.
actually am that big of a fan of Joe Burrow.
I know you are. You've been on him since he entered the league.
He's so good. He's so good. He's so much fun to watch play.
In the wrong franchise though. He needs to jump ship.
He won't.
I know.
He's a good dude.
Too bad.
He's a good dude.
Too bad for him.
But that would be fun. Another Rams-Bengals Super Bowl would be fun.
Brian. Yes, Brian. We see. So should we go to Bahamas then, Brian? Is that what you're saying? Like we need to go over there?
I'm just saying, this year I won 2 trips to the Bahamas. I got one taken away for bullshit reasons that I won't go into. But next year, if I can win 2 or 3 trips, dude, I want you guys to come with me. Like, that would be awesome.
Interesting. When do you fly back?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, I hope Ken knows because he's picking me up.
Wednesday. Right.
Not out of the realm of possibilities to go to the Bahamas in the future. I'm going.
All
to
right,
Iowa
get your
on
passports,
Monday.
boys, because like I plan on winning some
That
tickets
sounds
next
cold.
year.
It's gonna be terrible.
That sounds really cold.
I've been like my heart has been hurting of having to go there because I'm gonna fly into Des Moines, and then I got a 90-minute drive to where I need to go, and I don't have much experience in snow driving, so like I'm kind of nervous about it.
Make sure that you've got stuff with you.
I'm flying in there. What do you mean got stuff with me?
When you get in the car, like that's because you don't know what could happen with like the car getting stuck, and then power and stuff like that. So I'm just like food, water, the ability to like battery in your phone.
So thankfully I'll be caravanning, so you know what I mean. It won't be so like
You won't die alone.
The only thing I'm really worried about is what black ice, like just hitting that patch,
Yeah.
like and losing control of the car.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only really thing I'm worried about in the snow. I can't imagine it being worse than Tule fog as far as visibility goes. So it's like I'm not really worried about that. It's just like hitting those patches of unknowns. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to like kind of fret and worry about it a little bit more, and it'd just be like nothing when I get there. Like I'm okay with that.
That you'll know exactly how bad the conditions are before you get into them. Whereas, like you mentioned, the fog here, the fog is one of those things that, like, they can tell you that there's dense fog, but it works in patches, so you don't actually, the visibility changes, on a 30-minute drive, and that is the most challenging thing to drive in is fog for sure. Snow's actually fun. Like driving in snow makes me feel like I'm like in a spaceship because it all comes at you like you're at like light speed. When it's cool.
Let's have some fun, people.
Like I said, the snow is not what's concerning me. It's the black ice,
Right.
So yeah, I will be in Iowa. I fly out Monday, but I fly back in on Thursday evening. So I mean, podcast still live. Thursday is going to be a long day, so I'm going to flex Friday off.
Hey, we're hoping that all 3 of us are in the playoffs next week. You guys are in.
Locked in, dude. That was the
I
next
gotta
thing.
win.
You said, huh?
I got to win.
You got to win.
Yeah, I gotta
And you're
win.
winning, right? I think you're projected to win. I think I just looked at it.
I'm projected to win, but I don't really put too much stock into that. I hope to win.
Mine normally
Are you
lands
projected
about
to
that.
win by a
But I
lot
had
or
a
a
bad
little?
start last night with Pickens, so like we're still projected to win despite Pickens' horrible performance.
So you did look it up. Have I been in the playoffs in our league before?
No, I know you have. I just wasn't sure if it had been since we switched to the Sleeper app. And no,
Oh, gotcha.
not
gotcha.
in the last 2 years. So this would be your first playoff
Back in
appearance
it.
in at least 4 years.
Getting a little bit better at this whole thing, right?
Heck yeah.
Certainly going to change up my strategy for next
And
season.
this guy over here in the Bahamas, shout out to this guy. We have a week to go in the season, and at least for what we have on Sleeper app, like he's already got a new points record.
And I can take a nap for the next 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah,
I don't care about this week or next week. It's awesome.
yeah. You just pay attention to waivers.
Yes, but it makes me so scared. It's like I should be so confident, but I just am not. I'm
Well,
just
you
like,
had
oh
so
my
it's
god, like
funny because
something's
like
gonna go
Brian
wrong.
has had a very like coasty run. Like he's even had a couple of weeks where teams just like didn't even really try against him because they were obliterated with buys or injuries and stuff like that, and where
Right.
he's actually just gotten to take the week off and got a
Like
win.
I'm 30 points ahead of them on projection. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's some of it's been silly. But his team has Drake London, who we don't know if he's going to play the rest of the year.
Yeah,
His team
thanks for that,
has Garrett Wilson,
fucker.
who we don't know if he's going to play the rest of the year.
I traded London from you. God,
But you know what?
irritates me so much.
Though, it's funny about what's funny about that though is that we got the Pittsburgh Steelers version of George Pickens last night, so we may have both lost.
But Hampton might not come back, and Hampton was
what
the
I
key to that
getting
trade.
next was that Hampton might not be coming back to a full workload because Harbaugh is so in love with Vidal now. So there's a good chance that they're just going to split time for the rest of the season. We don't know exactly, but hey, he's got Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey, so that's a that's like a 55-point head start.
Well, I'll see you guys in week 15, or week 16, and we'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh! This guy.
Yeah, we'll see Brian in vacation mode next week.
Oh God, this weekend, next week.
You got a couple more weeks off. Good for you, man.
Wait, where can I go next week? Like, come on.
I'll be.
I can go out of the country again, right?
Go to a Steelers game.
Oh, that'll be depressing. No.
Got him.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We don't have any more questions.
No, we don't. I think
All
it's a
right.
good spot to call it.
Yep. Good luck last week of the regular season. Hope to see you for the playoffs. Hope to see some more challenging questions in here next week because we've got people in the playoffs.
All right. Sounds good. And if anybody is ever thinking about taking a trip to the Bahamas, like, the trip absolutely sucks to get here. But once you're here, like, wow, this place is pretty awesome. Gotta say, like, helps to be rich, helps to have a lot of money, but even if not, like, just being here, like, this place is pretty cool. So,
all right, buddy.
Highly recommend it.
Don't get arrested.
I'll try not to.
Yeah, we'll never see you again.
See you guys
next week, everyone.
All right. Good night, guys.
Peace.